Hello, it's Mara from Houseplants, New Jersey. I've been propagating these Florida beauties for 3 months, I would say, since October, mid-October. When I got my Florida beauty, it was about 4.5 feet tall. So I cut it down and I propagated these leaves. Now, I had originally I had 5 leaves. I just planted up one of them. Out of the 5 leaves, one of them had roots. This one also has pretty good root system, and then they all are growing roots. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put them in soil, and the reason why is I feel like they'll actually grow into the soil a lot better with their aerial roots than they will into water. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and a lot of people either use sphagnum moss or they just go straight into soil with them. Now, this is my first time propagating this kind of plant. So automatically I said, oh, let me take the safe side and go into water, but it didn't work like that at all. So, and this is a very long time propagating. Now I do have decent roots, but they're throwing off leaves now. So I kind of want to go into soil because these things want to grow, but they need something to latch onto, I feel like. All right. So I'm gonna get rid of this water. I'm gonna fill up these cups with some chunky soil that I have. All right, and I'm gonna do two cuttings in one cup. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do here. So I have 2 cups here. I'm also going to be using a rooting hormone. Now I always forget about rooting hormone, but I am going to be using it today. All right, so I'm gonna dump a little on a plate, on a little plastic plate here. We'll throw that out after so no one eats it. And then I'm going to angle you down. All right. I'm going to angle you down. And I want you to see how I'm doing this. So I'm going to put the rooting hormone on the aerial roots. All right. Just dip it in there. I'm going to make a little crevice. Okay. And we're going to put those right into the soil. One here and one here. Now you could see like these leaves are wanting, you could see right here, like these leaves are wanting to pop out. So that's why I'm getting a little concerned because it's been 3 months, 3.5 months, and I really want these to grow. And it's confusing me because this is something that I have never done before. Now I'm going to take a little more of my chunky mixed soil and pop it right on top there. Oh, there's a big rock in that one. All right. And then we're going to leave those leaves popping out. And then I'm going to take a cup, put that in. This is it. So the one has holes, the other one does it. And then I'm going to water it in just to stabilize it. And also, these did come from water propagation. So we want them to stay wet. We want them to stay a little on the wetter side. So we want to see that run through into the other cup. Now in this water that I do have, I have some fish fertilizer in, and also Alaska fish fertilizer. That's what I use for my plants. It doesn't burn the leaves. So if I need some kind of a stake or something, I will put it in here. As of right now, I don't think I'll need it. I need the soil to settle so that it'll settle around those roots. So we got one plant right here. We're going to put that off to the side. Like I said, if we need a stake, I'll add one. Let me see. If there's too much water, I'll dump it. All right. Now we have our other cup here. I'm going to make a little divot in here so that we can get, I'm going to add the rooting hormone all around the roots, those aerial roots. Now there are some roots forming, but not enough for my liking, especially with a new leaf coming in on almost every single one, on every one of these. So we're going to plop that in there. We're also going to do the same thing with this one. Rooting hormone. And we're going to plop it into the soil. And then we're going to put a little bit more soil on top, just to top it off. Be careful of that leaf. Be careful of any leaves. If you have any leaves coming in, just be careful. All right. And then that'll stabilize it a little bit more. Then also, we're going to take the other cup with no hole in it, and we're going to water it in again. With Florida Beauty, I don't know if I would ever water propagate it again. I think I might just throw it into either soil or sphagnum moss. So, because this was a new plant to me, and now it's not, I don't think I would ever water propagate it again. I think I would just throw it into soil, sphagnum moss, maybe even perlite or whatever, and then go from that point on. All right. Now we're waiting for that to drain into the other cup and really fill up with water. And that seems stable. Okay. So that's what that's it. That's the end of our video. So, so like I said, this, I cut off a few feet of this plant, and I don't think I would ever water propagate a Florida Beauty again. To be honest with you, I think I would just put it straight into soil, straight into sphagnum moss, um, or straight into perlite. This water propagation did not work for me. So, like I said, I wouldn't do it again. All right. Like, subscribe, and comment. Have a good night.